kids, bitch, we reckless, yeah. More hearts are like Texas, right?
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Guap signing back with another video, and I know it's been almost 2 weeks since I uploaded another video, but I feel like that since I'm running low on ideas and as new ideas start to pop in my head, this one popped out on my head the most. And the reason, now I made a video like this in the past about over a year ago. You remember when I had on that Babe hoodie and then I explained with a face cam that video games does not cause violence? Well, it's obviously apparent that these political people, and I'm gonna keep this PG before I get demonetized when I get my monetization, these political people in the office and in our government does not understand that video games does not cause violence in our society. And I'm actually gonna explain to you why. Now also, I have Black Ops 4 gameplay in the background just so I can prove a point and actually explain this to y'all, because it's very, very apparent that these people are so clueless and don't have the even knowledge of what they talking about. And I'm gonna explain to you why. Now, I say this countless amounts of times. I don't know how many times do I have to tell these people, or us gamers have to tell these people in general, that video games does not cause in real life violence. How many times do we have to say this to y'all? Like, they do not cause in real life violence. They does not cause in real life problems. They do not cause in real life situations where it will have to resort to violence. And I don't understand why these people want to argue this so much when there has been scientifical facts that back this statement up, that there's been countless amount of studies, multi-millions of dollars that's been put into the CDC, the Center of Disease Control, to find out the link between violent behavior and violent video games. I really do not understand what is so hard about this argument, and there's a reason why they're losing this argument, and I'm going to explain to you why. Now, I'm going to put this in very amounts of perspectives. Now, the first perspective that I actually want to explain to y'all is that video games, they want to pull that people, guns don't kill people, people kill people, right? And I honestly agree with that. I agree with that. If you were to put a gun right here on this table, right? I'm gonna put this, like, imagine if my red PS4 controller was a gun right here. Imagine if it was a gun and it was standing right here on my table, not doing anything. I'm not touching it. Nothing's touching it. It's literally an inanimate object. It cannot spring back to life like it's an Autobot or something, or Decepticon, and just start killing people. No, it's an inanimate object. It's literally an inanimate object. You can't, it's not in use until somebody else is using it. Now, when someone picks it up, that's when it becomes deadly. And the person that's holding the gun is mainly the problem that you need to figure out. But I'm gonna leave that argument for y'all to discuss on your own, because honestly, I'm not even about to get into that discussion, because I'm a huge supporter of guns and need to have your protection, and I support the Second Amendment. Now, I'm gonna use that same argument as for video games. Now, I'm gonna take you can't see it, but in my hand right now is a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. If I was to put this game on this table right now, it's not hurting anybody. It's not literally gonna hurt anybody. It's a disc. What can a disc do? What, you gonna throw it like a frisbee and try to decapitate me with it? Like, what can you do with it? Alright, so, and not to mention, the disc is not even in my PS4 right now. In order for me to actually play the game, I would actually have to actually buy the game first, which is already $60 as it is, and then I would have to have a PS4, which is another $400, well, $200 depending on which one you're actually getting, the original PS4 or the $400 upgrade for the Slim or the Pro. Then I'll actually have to wait until I install it, and then I can start murdering people. So, and if I am murdering people on Red Dead Redemption 2, it's fake. Nothing that you see on GTA, Red Dead, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex that you think is real is not real. It's literally fake. It's fake. It's a depiction. It's imagery. So I don't understand how hard is it to actually say in your reasonable tiny brain of yours, and to your tiny little brain cells that you have, that video games does not cause in real life violence. Because, and I'm gonna put this in another example, and I said this in my last video, and I'm actually gonna link that down in the description if you don't believe me and actually want to hear me say it like before, over a year ago. I said that Call of Duty roughly sells an estimate of 20 million copies every single year. And that's just a prediction of how much copies they sell based on how good their game is, right? If there was 20 million people right now running around teabagging, respawning, and doing 360 no-scopes off of buildings on each other, we would all know about it because we would all be dead and caught in the middle of it. I don't understand. I'm giving y'all so many amounts of arguments that these old heads over here at CNN, Fox News, and the Center of Disease Control cannot even come up and even dare to even think about. This is getting me so mad because now they're talking about, now y'all heard that Donald Trump was trying to get involved, right? If that Cheeto looking guy that we got in office, and I'm really trying to hold my tongue right now, if that guy even thinks about even getting involved in our crap or trying to get involved with video games as to where they're trying to limit us to what we're doing when we already have enough limits enough as it is, we're about to have a serious effing problem. We're about to have a serious problem if he gets involved. And I'm not talking about, oh, he's gonna make things worse. No, I'm talking about we gonna have to pull up to the White House kind of problem. So, and now, the one thing that I also want to stress about is that these people that want to talk about video games have never picked up a video game a day in their life. They just say, oh, like, it's probably those kids that play Call of Duty all day. Oh, it's probably those kids that play Fortnite all day. Like, they're the ones that shoot up schools, doing all these mass shootings and everything else. No, you freaking moron. You don't have the even knowledge of what you're talking about. Because when every single one of these past mass shooters, and I'm going to put this in perspective for you, y'all had some kind of mental problem. So, if y'all saying that they have a mental problem because that's a basic card that y'all pull for 99% of these mass shooters, why are y'all all of a sudden pinning it on video games when another mass shooting occurs? I thought it was mental illness. I thought it was guns. Am I right or am I wrong? So, y'all can't play both sides of the fence. Y'all have to blame one of the three. Y'all can't blame all three. You have to blame either guns, mental health, or video games. And you can't blame video games or movies for that matter, because I'm grouping that into this conversation as well, because they do not promote violence. It has violent imagery in it, and it has depictions of violence, but it is not the cause of in real life violence. And I'm going to use one last example. Since the beginning of time, human beings has always been a violent species. We have been killing people since the dawn of time. Ever since Adam and Eve was on this earth. Ever since Cain and Abel killed each other out of jealousy, or one of the brothers killed the other out of jealousy because he had something that the other brother didn't and got so jealous that he went to take his own brother's life. So, how can y'all say that it's violence that's been occurring and that's been the blame for all these murders and all this violent acts that's been going on in the United States, when clearly Cain and Abel had not even had the knowledge of what they were doing, did not even think about what they was doing, or one of them, I should say, before I offend somebody, or actually someone typing in the keyboard right now, they didn't have no type of imagery whatsoever. They didn't have nothing we had. They literally were literally a human being on a blank piece of paper, on a blank piece of earth. So the fact that they didn't have nothing to influence them to actually have one of the brothers kill the other one, that says a lot. Because we've been a violent species, and the cavemen have literally been fighting each other over the same watering hole as we do right now. And even 400 years ago, which I finally learned this in English class, that Shakespeare has had disembowelment. You would literally have live disembowelment on stage with pouring pagan trails, having guts, gory stuff all over stage, and people will sit up there and watch it for their enjoyment. And you can actually go out front and stab a freaking animal like it's a caveman time. I'm gonna say this one more time. Video games does not produce violence, nor it influences violence in real life. It's fake. Whatever you're seeing on Call of Duty, Fortnite is a depiction. It's imagery. It's imagination. So before y'all old heads want to come up with an argument saying that video games cause violence and actually want to put the blame on video games when they got nothing to do with the problem that we're talking about right now, because number one, and I was saving this for another video, but screw it, I'm gonna include this in as well. Now, and part of the blame, I say, is because of these parents. These parents actually buy these kids these rated M video games. They actually allow them to cuss online. And I tell you one thing. I was playing NBA 2K19, streaming to NBA 2K19 last week, and a little kid wanted to curse at me and stuff. I wanted to reach through the headset and strangle him to death. That's how bad he was cussing at me. And I'll be danged in the pits of hell if I'm gonna let a 10-year-old kid curse me out when they not even gonna say it to my face in real life. I refuse to. So it's the fact that these parents are part of the blame as well, because they buy these kids these PS4s, these iPhones, these Xboxes, and everything else to wild out all over the internet and stuff. So how about we take some responsibility and pin the blame on parents that allows these kids to play rated M video games, because it even says it on the box that you have to be 17 and up in order to play these games. I couldn't even play rated M video games until I was 15. I wasn't even allowed to. I literally had to wait a whole 15 years before I could play GTA 5. So how about we take some responsibility and actually stop blaming video games for once? Because I'm sick and tired of it. Every freaking week, y'all want to make this argument. I'm so sick and tired of it. But anyways, dog, I hope you guys actually enjoyed this little discussion video that I had. I don't know, man. What do y'all think is the problem? Do y'all agree with me with what I'm saying? Because I feel like I can't even put it more simpler. And next time, if I have to make one of these videos again, I'm going to have to show with visual aids so you can understand. But anyways, I hope you guys actually enjoyed this video, dog. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you're new. Let's get the discussion popping down in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation, because I cannot believe these people are doing this again. And it's a bunch of old heads that got no clue what they are talking about. But anyways, make sure you guys like and subscribe if you're new. This your boy Guap, and I'm signing out, dog.
I can't lose, bitch, I'm so used to winning. Fuck with my family and you are finished. And bitch, we at the top, we so used to winning. Bodies getting dropped, we so used to winning. Riding with my niggas, we be cruising tinted. Catch up, bitch, we so used to winning.